Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna be talking a little bit about this new set of paints that I got. It's a professional Winsor and Newton 24 half pan watercolor set. I absolutely don't need to have any more watercolors, I have quite enough, but during the Black Friday week I saw this for an irresistible price on Amazon.uk. I even shared with you here on the community tab if you wanted to check. I'm not sure if any of you have seen that, but it was at a really good price, so I decided to just go for it. Since I'm not I don't use a lot of Winsor Newton paints, so I decided to go for it. But before I start swatching and showing you a little bit more about the set, I would like to ask you, if you are watching this video and you like the content, you like to see swatches and art materials and tutorials and things of that sort, to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, like this video, share with other people that might be interested. All of that will help me getting my content to more people. And leave comments as well if you have any questions, if you have suggestions. I love reading the comments. And thank you everyone who has done so already for my past videos. I really appreciate it. So let's start now. I'm gonna show you this set of paints. Seems to be a new version of the 24 color. They call it a light. It's not written here, I guess. It's written on the listing, but it's like lightweight metal box set or something of that sort. And the previous version of that box had a different set of colors. I'm gonna try to find an image online so I can share it here for you to see. It was a different image of the box and then a different selection of colors as well. And I've seen this set previously in other stores for sale, but never got really enticed to get it, because the previous version had a black and a white pen and it's a kind of a pet peeve of mine when I see watercolor sets that have black and white. Most of anything, it just puts me off of the whole thing. I think that is just a missed opportunity to have another interesting color that you can use. White watercolor, I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there that use it. I particularly don't use it at all. If I want to make my watercolors opaque, I would just add some white gouache or liquid watercolor like Ecoline. That is way easier than trying to get some white from a pan. They finally removed the white. As you can see, there is no white in here. And I'm gonna give some details about this set and the difference between the two of them. So like I said, these 24 colors, you have here in the back all the colors that are in the set with the corresponding pigments and the series. So not sure if you can read it from there, but here you have Winsor Lemon, Winsor Yellow, Cadmium Free Yellow, Winsor Orange, Cadmium Free Red, Alizarin Crimson, Permanent Rose, Permanent Magenta, Winsor Violet, that is Dioxazine Violet, Indian Throne Blue, French Ultramarine, Winsor Blue Green shade, that is Phthalo Blue, Cerulean Blue, Winsor Green Blue shade, that is Phthalo Green, Hooker's Green, Permanent Sap Green, Olive Green, Yellow Ochre, Raw Sienna, Burnt Sienna, Raw Umber, Burnt Umber, Payne's Grey, and Ivory Black. So these are the colors in this new version of the set, which I assume is the new version of the set because I haven't seen this a lot, only in some shops. The other version I see more frequently. So I can tell you the colors that are in the other set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point out which colors are in both sets and which colors are different in both sets. So here we have Winsor Lemon, and in the other set we have Lemon Yellow. So this is PY175 and Lemon Yellow is PY154. Winsor Yellow is present in both sets. Now here we have cadmium-free yellow. This is new. In the other set we have Aureolin, that is a different yellow. It's a transparent yellow. This is an opaque yellow. Winsor Orange, both sets. Cadmium-free red, it's new. It's on this set only. In the other set we had Winsor Red, that's a transparent color. It's PR254. This doesn't have the pigment information. I suppose because they're proprietary formulas, they don't want to disclose it. Here we have alizarin crimson, that is PR83, is a fugitive paint, while in the other set there was the permanent alizarin crimson, that is PR206. So there's this different color as well. Permanent rose is in both sets. Permanent magenta is only present in this set. In the other set, they didn't have another new red, but they had different blues. I'll get there when I arrive. So Winsor Violet is present in both sets. Indian Thread Blue is only present in this set. In the other set, you had Prussian Blue, that is PB27. And French Ultramarine is present in both sets. Winsor Blue Green Shade both sets. Cerulean Blue both sets. Winsor Green is only present in this set. In the other set they had Viridian, that is PG18. This is PG7. Hooker's Green is only present in this set. PG36 and PY110. Permanent Sap Green is in both sets. Olive green is in both sets. All of these are in both sets. Yellow ochre, raw sienna, burnt sienna, raw umber, burnt umber, Payne's gray, and ivory black. The difference is in that the other set that I put here on the photo, they also have the Chinese white and indigo. So I took some notes here of the difference between both sets. I thought was interesting to show, because here on YouTube you will only find reviews of the previous set with the white and the indigo. So I wanted to show what's new about this one. So I checked about the series. I'm not sure if you're aware, but when you buy watercolor paints, they have indicated on the tube the series. How so you can see here, series 4, series 1. So the more when the pigment is more costly for the company, the series will be higher and the cost of the tube will be higher as well. So if you want to buy a cadmium paint or a cobalt paint, it usually is series 3 or series 4, so it's more expensive. Series 1 is the less expensive series. I believe they have from 1 to 4. So in the first version of the box, we had 17 colors from series 1, 1 from series 2, 4 from series 3, and 2 from series 4. And it's exactly the same for this set. So cost-wise, both sets have the same amount of shared pigments in different series, you know. So what I mean is you are getting a mix between more expensive colors and less expensive colors, and in this aspect both sets have the same number of different series pigments. So where they differ is on the quantity of different hues, like blues and yellows and greens, and the type of paints between opaque and granulating and transparent. So first set had 3 yellows. This one also has 3 yellows, 1 orange, here 1 orange, the same. The first set had only 3 reds, and this set has 4 reds. And when I say 4 reds here, I'm considering permanent magenta as a red as well. What else? both sets have 4 blues. The previous set has 3 greens. This set has 4 greens. We have Hooker's green that is not present in the other set. And about earth tones is the same. And I would say neutral tones being grays and black and white. The other set had 4 and this has 2, because this has Payne's gray and ivory black. The other one had this both plus white and indigo, that I would say also is a kind of a neutral tone. And what else? Between permanent and not permanent. So this set has 6. So Winsor and Newton, they categorize their sets between A, AA, B, and C, meaning that AA is the most light fast colors. Then you have A, and then you have B and C. So they have 7 colors that are extremely permanent in this set, 16 that are just permanent, and 1 that is considered a moderately durable. This is the alizarin crimson, as I said, is a fugitive color. So it has 1 fugitive color. The other set, according to Winsor and Newton website, has 14 permanent and 10 extremely permanent. No fugitive colors. But I'm not sure if I agree with that, because they have a Prussian blue, and it's well known that Prussian blue is also a fugitive color, not in the same sense as alizarin crimson, but the tone will change. I think, I'm not sure if it gets greener or bluer, but the tone will definitely change. But there's this particularity that if you take it out and put in a closed drawer, it will come back. But apart from French ultramarine, there's no other granulating colors. Meanwhile, the previous set had viridian, and also aureolin is sorry, not aureolin, lemon yellow is classified as granulating. So it had 3 granulating colors in the other set against 1 in this set. So these are the differences that I see between both. I just wanted to give you a bit more of info on that, in case you go to check the set elsewhere and you see that the box is different and the color seems to be different, so you know what are the differences between the 2 boxes, and then it's up to you to choose which of the 2 you want to get. If you want to get one, maybe it can be also, I don't know, it can be a decision because you prefer more granulating colors, or because you like more the other color choice, or the price is better. About price, this one on Black Friday week was at a very good price. I paid, it was I think £49.99. So it came around 52 euro, the box, on Amazon.uk. On Amazon US, it was higher, the price. I think it was, I checked today, and it was $113 US for this box. So it's a considerable difference. And you can find also in other stores, I think Dick Blick has this version of the box, and you can find in Jackson's the previous version as well. So there's a lot of price difference for this set. I'm gonna do my best to check when I'll be publishing this video the type of prices I can find on Amazon and for which version of the box. I'll do my best to leave it all linked here below. And yeah, but I hope, even if it's not the price that I got on Black Friday week, you can maybe also keep an eye on it, because Amazon is regularly doing promotions of the sort, and if it got at a discounted price once, it's possible it to happen again. So it's always good to keep. I usually add things like this to my list so I can check from time to time. And yeah, I think I've talked about everything that I had to say between the 2 sets. So from the 24 color, there are 8 colors that are different between the 2 sets, as I mentioned to you. Now let's open. I think I talked a lot already, but I hope it was good information for you if you're deciding how to choose between the 2. It comes in this beautiful box, metal box with the logo, very nice. And here are the colors, neatly packed. I am going to pause for a little bit now while I unpack all of this, and then we will come back and do some swatches. So I'm back after quite a few minutes of unwrapping all of these. They're all free now. Something I wanted to show also about these pens that is good is that they all come with the name printed on the pen itself. So in case you get some colors mixed, because they can look a bit similar sometimes, that's the good thing about them. However, I have to be careful because these are not poured into the pens like other brands do. They are, I'm not sure about the terms, but they are made and cut and then fitted inside afterwards. So because they are put here dry, they can come out of the pen very easily. Like while I was putting it here, one of them just popped out. As you can see here, also there's some space. Even though with the 12 colors, I'm sure you could fit a 13 here and another one here, so you could get easily 26 colors. Even this space here, I think you can use if you put them on the other direction. Swatch sheet here with all the names of the colors and the pigments. It's a bit slanted, but I think you will get the idea of how they look. I think I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see better the colors, and I'm gonna be using this brush here. I just bought it new in the shop here in Dublin yesterday. It's a flat brush. I like to swatch with flat brushes, and this from the brand Raphael. It's a synthetic brush. I really like this brand as well, so let me zoom in a little bit. what do I think about this set? So my first impressions that there's a lot of possibilities here for color mixing. So you have 3 yellows, 4 reds, 3 blues. No, sorry, 4 blues. Yeah, plus the phthalo green, that is a very useful color for mixing. So this alone, I think it makes the set very versatile. You can get a lot of different tones just by mixing these colors alone. In regards to the earth tones, I personally think that I don't know. I'm not. I don't use earth tones a lot, so I don't get super excited about having lots of earth tones in a palette. I do think that some of these are quite similar. If you see here between yellow ochre, raw sienna, and burnt umber, they're really quite similar. Some slight differences. Other tones that are not included in the set, I personally love the cobalt turquoise from Winsor and Newton. I also like a lot, they have a tone called brown madder, I believe. It's a very beautiful type of brown. Green gold is also very useful for mixes. I have green gold separately from Winsor and Newton, so I'll probably be putting here in this palette as well. Maybe phthalo turquoise, like aqua. It's another beautiful color they have. And yeah, now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some watercolor paper and I'm gonna try some of these mixes I've been telling you here. I decided to do a color chart, as you see here. I hope you can see everything. Let me just move a little bit my water. Yeah. So this huge color chart here I made, I included 18 out of the 24 colors in this set. So let me show you. If you want to freeze here. Now, these are the colors that I used for the color chart, all the single pigment colors, and how I went for this chart. So all the pure colors without any mix are on the diagonal. So they start here on this left corner and they go all up the way until the bottom right corner, as you can see here. The lower half of the chart I did with mass tone, so concentrated mixes, not a lot of water, more paint ratio, and I tried my best to dose the ratios between one and another color so it wouldn't lean too much either way. Sometimes you know, if you have a yellow and you include a lot of red, the yellow just completely disappears, so you have to dose that. And then on the top I did the same colors but diluted, so you see that they are a bit more transparent and light here at the top. So you can see here you can get a lot of different colors only using the 18 single pigment colors. And if you want to use the other ones, you have even more, of course. I just didn't want to make a huge chart. It would take a lot of time. So I just focused on the single pigment ones. And there was some nice discoveries. I had to correct something I had said probably in the beginning of the video. I said that I didn't like sets that come with white and black. I stand for the white. I really, for me personally, I think the white watercolor in a pen set is wasted potential. I don't use white watercolors if I want to get an opaque paint. I can use some mix with gouache, or I have a liquid Ecoline white and I use that. I don't like the watercolor white pen. And so I'm happy that there was no white here, but there was still black, and I'm also not super fan of black for watercolors. I think that you can use other colors to mix your own blacks and they get more lively. But that being said, this black, ivory black, is pretty good. And another thing that I also had mentioned in the beginning of the video, so that's why it's always good to do color mixes and color charts and experiment with your colors, because sometimes you can be mistaken about your preconceptions, like it was with me. I said that this set had only 2 granulating colors, French ultramarine and cerulean blue, but this ivory black is also a granulating color, and I found out this while I was mixing, and you can see in some of the colors here, mostly on the yellows, you can see a little bit of granulation also here. And I checked in the Winsor and Newton website, and indeed it's classified as a granulating watercolor, so that was a nice discovery, and it will definitely make the difference for me, because I like granulation, and I also liked mixing this black with the colors. I think that it gave a really nice muted color palette over here. You can see it's really beautiful, and also the diluted ones, you have a full range of muted colors to try. So yeah, I'm happy to be proven wrong to myself on this one. I think that this black is a good color to have here in this set. It's nice, you can use to deepen other colors to give some granulation. So yeah, I wanted to correct this, that in fact this set has 3 granulating watercolors. And another thing that I discovered that I really enjoyed, this raw umber over here. I'm not sure if it's classified as granulating. I wouldn't call it granulating, but it has this really organic texture, as you can see here. In all of the row, mostly all of them, almost all of them have this really organic texture that comes from the raw umber. So I find it really nice to have this type of texture. Sometimes you want to paint something natural. Look at these greens for trees, would be really nice. Or you can even, I don't know, mix a tiny little bit in some blue to give a bit of an effect. So I really enjoyed also. It's not a color that would excite me on its own. At the beginning when I looked, I was like, oh, okay, they have many earth tones that are quite similar, as you can see here. You have yellow ochre, raw sienna, burnt sienna, raw umber, and burnt umber. And I mean, between yellow ochre, raw sienna, and raw umber, they are quite similar. I still think that this raw sienna here, it's wasted potential, because it's so similar to the yellow ochre, and it's a double pigment color. So I think that there could be another type of color over here, maybe a darker brown, because this burnt umber is not very dark. So yeah, I think that it's nice, even though they are kind of in the same family. The texture of this color will allow you to have some interesting mixes, as you can see here. And the other granulating colors, of course, cerulean blue being one that always will get these really nice effects. You can see here, you can see the granulation of the blue through the other color. No matter how well we mix it, they will dry on this way because of the nature of the pigment. So this can give some pretty nice effects. Here I can think for flowers would be nice. Here kind of reminds me a bit of this type of metal with rust or oxidation. So it's also interesting to use this way. What else? What can I say? I think it's a really, really good set. I think it's an improvement on the other previous set, even if just for the removal of the white alone. And I would really recommend this set for anyone, beginner or not beginner. Has a lot of potential of mixing. Like I said, you have a bit of everything. And I checked on Amazon now. It's considerably more expensive than what I paid when I bought it. I bought it during not Black Friday, but Cyber Week or something like that. It was that week of deals on Amazon. So it was a really, really good price. But that being said, I would, if you don't want to buy it now, or you cannot spend the price it's costing now, I would recommend you save this to your list, to your wish list, and keep an eye on it. You never know when it can lower the price again. So if you have it in your list, you can just check from time to time. And I think that sometimes they also send notifications if you have like price changes on your list. So yeah, I really recommend this set of paints. It's a beautiful set of paints. Winsor Newton is one of the best commercial watercolors available. I hope to be painting lots of things with them, and I will be sharing here later if I do so. And that's it. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative to you. I hope it helps you to decide if you want to get this set or if you want to get the other set. How do they perform and what are the good things about it? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Hit that notifications button, share the content, do all of the good stuff, leave me lots of comments. I love reading them. And thank you everyone that has been following me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.